Hello, time for another nature vlog. So this morning I've come over to my local patch, Thameside Nature Reserve, Essex Wildlife Trust. It's about 7:15. I thought I'd try and get an early start this morning before it gets too warm. It's actually quite overcast this morning. There's a bit of a breeze as well. So I'm going to start over at the marshes first. Have a mooch around there, see what we can see. And then over to Thameside. Go and check out the hides. I haven't been over here for a while. It's been really hard to get out the last few days because I really couldn't be bothered. It has been warm now, isn't it? So it puts you off a little bit. But yeah, let's go and have a look, see what we can see. Right, so this is where I am. This is Stanford Warren, and it's managed by the Essex Wildlife Trust. So I've done loads of vlogs over here before, but I like coming over here. This is only like 2 minutes from where I live. I don't think you can read through that anyway. It needs a good clean actually. Yeah, as you can hear, it's probably quite windy, quite breezy at the moment. So it's a massive head of reed bed over here. It can be good for marsh areas at times, especially, and some visitors like reed wobbler and sedge wobbler, and of course the humble water vole, which we're going to have a look, see if we can get eyes on one, but it's probably going to be pretty overgrown down there with reeds. Anyway, let's have a mooch around here and see what we can see. Yeah, it's quite breezy over here this morning. I've got my mic on. Should cut out the wind a little bit. So the sun is trying to burn the clouds off. So that ain't going to take long enough, I think, today. So did anyone go to the bird fair this weekend? This weekend just gone. I didn't go, but might try and go next year. I know a few of my friends went. I'll go around the back there. There's a new boardwalk going around the back. You can look right over the marsh. Yeah, when that sun comes out, it is warm. It's quite warm, and it's only like 7:15 in the morning. So I'm back to work Saturday. I've just had 2 weeks off. Doctor signed me off for 2 weeks due to stress at work. I've been trying to find a new job, but I've applied for so many jobs over the last week or so. Once you get to my age, people don't want to know you, especially with all the experience you've had over the years, over your working life. But it is what it is, I suppose. Hopefully I'll find something soon. Now I've just spotted a buzzard quite a way off. Try to get some shots, but they look really dark. Yeah, he's way over the back there now. Let's get on the bridge, see if we can find any water holes. I think we're going to be quite lucky to see one now, because like I said at the start of this vlog, the reed bed's probably grown right up now. But we'll have a look anyway. So there's some information about the reed beds. If you want to read through that, you can. I'll take a picture of that and I'll put it up in the vlog so you can have a read. All different species that you might come across as well. Yeah, probably gonna have trouble seeing a waterhole now actually. So all the reed beds, all the margins are pretty covered by reed beds. But there is a little spot over here that's quite clear. Just down there. Yeah, we're gonna walk around the back there in a minute. Have a mooch around there. There's a new boardwalk. Right, so this is an existing path, an old path, but they've put a new bit of boardwalk in, which is quite nice. And you can look all over the marsh because it's elevated quite high up, which is nice. I'll show you that in a second. Just coming up to it now. Yeah, I was signed off with anxiety from work. I've been stressed out too much at work, so doctor signed me off for 2 weeks. I spent most of it indoors. Been out a couple of times. It's like you've got to force yourself to get out. It's horrible. Let's turn that up a little bit. There's quite a few barn swallows up there. Just got to watch your footing. This bit here really. It's a bit dodgy underfoot until you get to this new boardwalk. Boardwalk, not broadwalk, as my mate Helen says. And it's out of the wind this side as well. So yeah, this is the new boardwalk. As you can see all over the marsh, which is nice. We need some benches along here, it's even better. If you're watching Sam. Nice bit of shade under this old oak tree. That is an oak, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's an oak. Was it an ash? No, I think it's an ash tree. Yeah, look at that. Lovely. Oh, about bird life, it's really quiet over at the moment. I hope the rebobs are probably finished nest building by now. Bringing up their young, but apart from a few barn swallows, that's about it really. There's a barn swallow just gone over there. Yeah, it's really quiet. Not even a white throat calling. I don't know if the weather, this warm weather we've been having, is affected some bird species on it. Oh, red wobbler. That was right on cue then. He's down there somewhere. I mean, I know all the cuckoos, they've gone now. There might be one or two rats somewhere, but I think the majority of cuckoos are gone now. Back to Africa on that migration. So you're going to should start seeing juvenile cuckoos soon emerging. Yeah, it's surprisingly quiet. Bird life wise anyway. I've heard one red wobbler. No bearded tits. I haven't seen bearded tits over here for ages. I don't know why that is. There's a blue tit over there. Yeah, I come over here quite often and it's been ages since I've got eyes or ears on a bearded reedling or bearded tit, more commonly known. I used to be quite regular over here, especially in the evening time. Actually, there's a chiff chaff over in that tree. I don't know if it's because of the seasons are getting messed up and whatever, but yeah. Because of this warm weather we're having, it must have some effect on wildlife, especially bird life. Anyway, so the image back up here again. I can hear blue tits up there. Yeah, there's a blue tit. Right, surprisingly quiet. Although I've just heard another red wobbler singing just over here somewhere. There. There's a red wobbler. Just over here somewhere. If he's showing himself. Just about hearing. I just heard the buzzard. That's quite a way off though. Yeah, there's a root wobbler in there somewhere. So this area over the back, there's an old church there. It's not used, it's but I've always wondered if there's little owls in there, because it looks really good habitat for little owls. And you've got this whole wall, the boundary wall going across there. Woodpecker. And a few years ago, a friend of mine, Tom Bell, managed to get a couple of shots of a little owl by the gate. And that was a few years ago now. Yeah, it looks a brilliant place for little owls. And you've got some huge concrete trees in these grounds. Like I say, you've got the old church there as well, which is pretty good. I would have thought good for little owls. Yeah, I've never heard any calling. Normally hear them calling this time of year. There's plenty of crevices and places little owls can get into up there. You can just about see the church. It's pretty overgrown. I'll have to get in there one day. You've got all these huge concrete trees as well. Ideal for little owls. Right, it looks like the main gate's open for Thameside now. So I can drive up through there. Yeah, look at this, look. Pick up your rubbish. Don't throw it out the bloody window. Take it home here. Bloody idiots. Yeah, rant of the day. This is where the peacocks are. Yeah, look. I'll just show you. Just in there. Love peacocks. Just push them in that Mel's displaying this. Putting this display on. It's lovely. It's always worth checking out budding trees like this, or butterfly trees they call them, don't they? For hummingbird hawk moths, there's been an influx over the past few days. My brother even had one in his garden in Chapel. So I had one in my garden last year, in my bugler. Yeah, they're always worth checking out, especially when you've warmed up a little bit. Right, welcome to a rather breezy Thameside Nature Reserve, overlooking the old Father Thames there, and DP World. And you've got these lovely, well they're not lovely are they, these cranes over there still working. If you're lucky sometimes you might spot peregrine falcon on those cranes, but you probably will need binoculars. There's a lovely breeze. It's cloudy. When that sun comes out, it's quite bright. Oh man. Yeah, let's have a mooch around, see what we can see. There's good numbers of starling just over here. There's probably a few hundred there. I'll try and get some shots if I can. I think my phone's going to pick them up, not too far away. Yeah, there's a massive flock. Is it flock? Of starlings there. God, that wind's got up. Yeah, there we go. Ooh. Oh, it's like a murmuration going off here. I don't know if it's too far away, but all the starlings are on these cables. The wind's got right up. I have to hear the wind. If I took my mic off, you'd be able to. It's blowing right through the hide. There's a small starlings just coming up there. There's nothing on the bird's feeder. That might be to stop the rat for a while, I suppose. Oh. That wind's got right up. Flipping heck. And I've got windy in that hide. So tide's at 12:30 today. So I'm going to make my way down to the Harris hide for a couple of hours. See what we can see from there. There's good numbers of butterflies this time of year at Thameside. Small coppers, I can't remember. Skippers. There's about 3 or 4 different species. Like hotel. I was trying to get shots of those starlings, but I couldn't get them too quick. I've just seen a sparrowhawk. I think it was a sparrowhawk. Also I've seen a green woodpecker flying over. You got this lovely meadow over at Thameside, Coronation Meadow I think it's called. And loads of starlings still as well. Now the cloud's starting to clear a bit now. Oh, there's a swallow. Still breezy. So I'm going to go and sit in the other hide for a bit. What's it called? I can't think what it's called now. It's such a long time since I've been in there. It's a metal hide, it's been adapted, so fireproof. Because the little sods set it on fire, didn't they? If it was made out of wood, that would have been set on fire by now. What's that? That's a goal. Harris hide, that's it, Harris hide. Some of it's shady. Although it might get a bit windy in there because it's made out of metal. Look, we'll see. Right, this is the Harris Hyde. You've got all these lovely wildflowers here as well, which attracts different bird species, especially goldfinch, and it smells really nice as well. There's a little egret going over back there. Actually, there's two. There's a pair. I might get some shots of them in a minute. Yeah, it's always worth checking out these sort of wildflowers for goldfinch. We'll be getting the Hyde. Be quiet as possible and just wait. It's covered in butterflies. I think they're small skipper. Oh. Yeah, look, this is been vandalised. Dickheads. There's the creek. So I'm going to spend a couple of hours in there at least to see what comes along. Tide should be on the up soon. On the flood. I've just filmed a family of mallard with their ducklings. I think it was about 4 or 5. Managed to get some nice footage. So I'll put up later in this little vlog. Say little vlog, I don't know how long it's going to be. So far I've seen ducklings, mallards. I think I've just got eyes on a sandpiper. I'm not sure what it was, to be honest. I've got to look at the photos when I get home, put it through Google. Just one bird on its own. That wind is cold. Sitting there freezing. And the tide is starting to come up now as well. And that normally brings in mullet, thin lip mullet. You can see them on the fish on the surface. There's a big blackback gull over there, just coming. There's been a couple of egrets as well. Just been talking to a lovely old gentleman a little while ago. I can't remember his name, but he knows me. A friend of Dennis Tuck's as well. I haven't seen Dennis Tuck for ages. Oh, do you hear that wind? I keep losing me out. Yeah, there's a big black back hole there. A few crows over there as well, tormenting the gull. I'm quite tempted to go over to Bowers Marsh. I haven't been over there for a long time. It's either there or West Canning Marsh, which can be quite good at times. So I'm still over Thameside. It's still quite early. Today's got 11 o'clock. tide's coming in now. It floods up pretty quick in that creek. Yeah, so I don't know what to do. You got to make the most of it, ain't you? So it's quite cool in that breeze. There's those mallards again down there. So I sat in the hides for about an hour. Didn't really see much, but apart from the mallards. Oh, and the other bird, I'm not sure what it is. I thought it was a sandpiper, but I might be wrong. I'll find out later. I'll Google it, put that for Google Images. Yeah, it's going to walk over this grassland over the back, over the top, make my way back to my car and decide what we're going to do after. So this is the Coronation Meadow. Lovely meadows over here, meadow grasses, good for skylark. So I'm over the sort of the back of Thameside now. I've seen a few white throat, quite a few starlings as well. Not much else, to be honest. A few skylark. Just over in the meadow on that side. Yeah, there's a few benches along this side where you can sit down. Nice views of the river. It's always worth checking out the posts as well for birds. And the premier fences and stuff. So this is sort of a scrubby sort of area now. Good for adders and different bird species. Oh, what sort of boat's that? Let's get some shots of this boat. I'm not sure what kind that is. Let's have a look. Another bee hotel or bug hotel. Masonry bees have been using it. Not many. You can see where they've filled it up. There and there and there. Actually, I wouldn't mind something like this in my back garden, that size. Come on, man. Yeah, I don't know what kind of yacht that is, but I'll find out later. Right, I've decided to come over Powell's Marsh, Rspb. There's been a report of stone curlew over here, which are quite rare, but I don't know whereabouts on the reserve. But there's a few cars, well there's only 4 cars including mine. So yeah, someone's come over here, done a bit of birding, and they've got eyes on the stone curlew. I don't think I've ever seen one. Actually, saying that, I think there might have been a couple of years ago over the scrape over East Tilbury. I'm sure there was stone curlew reported over there. Yeah, there was, because I used my mate's scope to get some photos of it. I put my phone on his scope. I've got some long distance shots of a stone curlew. So yeah, so I'm not sure whereabouts they are. Probably on the scrape over there somewhere, I would have thought. But yeah, just gonna have a slow mooch around. But it was marsh for the afternoon. It's 12:30 now, so I haven't been over here for ages. So I thought I'd come and look, see what nature we can see. See in a bit. So I'm going to do 2 vlogs today. This is going to be the second part. So I'm going to make them, put them together separately. One at Thameside and one over at Bowers. Otherwise I think it's going to be too long. So yeah, I'll probably do two nature vlogs today. See you in a bit. I've come in from the bridle walkway end from the car park. So this is a huge area. You probably take you a couple of hours to walk around it, but you can go the other way as well, go through the car park. It takes you around, right around the other side around there. So it's a massive area. You could probably spend the whole day here, to be honest. There's a few little benches scattered about. I managed to get bearded tits over here last time actually. That's my first stop off. I can't think what the area is called now. It was good for birds of prey a couple of years ago. They was nesting up in one of the pylons. What bird was it? Hobby. I managed to get a pair of hobbies nesting in one of the pylons. I don't know if they're there this year. I'll have a look though. It's a mixed habitat over here as well, which you can probably see all this grassland. So it should be good for barn owls and kestrels, I would have thought. So this bridleway goes on, it's quite a long bridleway. So I don't actually think this is part of the reserve. Well, it is, but it's a bridleway going around the outskirts of it, I think. So you will get the odd horse, people walking their horses around here and people walking their dogs as well. The last time I was here, I managed to get eyes on a water vole, and there is marsh frogs here as well. So I'll be seeing that for them. So the first little stop off bit is just down there on the right hand side. There's a little bench there, I think, if I remember rightly. That's where I managed to get bearded tits last time I was over here. So it's pretty overcast, the light's not great, but you don't want it too bright for photography anyway. Right, so this is my first stop off. It's called the Great Pond. Been there a few times. Permissive path ahead, no dogs beyond this point. Avoid disturbing the wildlife, basically. This fence wasn't here before. Well, for a minute there I thought it was locked. Yeah, this is where I got eyes on the hobby a few years ago. As I walked in, there was a hobby perched on one of these posts, but I was too slow to get a shot. I believe they was nesting up in this pylon a few years ago. Hopefully they're still around this year. Oh, I do like a hobby. Yeah, I managed to get bearded tits here as well last time. I think it was last year. You've got a little bench there to sit down, so I'm going to do for a while. Something to eat first. Just see what comes along. So yeah, this was a good little spot for bearded tits last time. Just there for that ping sound. Oh, Starling's going over. Right, let's have something to eat. I'm hungry. So I just sat down to have some lunch and I heard a bearded tit. They've been a couple of minutes. Sort of that area there. Oh, there's a bearded tit over the back. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bearded tit, there's a male. That's a good start, maybe a couple of minutes. carry on there. Didn't see the belly tits again. I did hear them though. So I'm going to go for I'm going to carry on walking around the reserve now. Lovely reed bed going through there. Right, so that way we've got Long Marsh, 2.4 kilometres, Old Saltings, 2.7, East Haven, 2.4 kilometres. And that way's back to the car park. Bales Gifford, car park, 1.4 kilometres. I work in miles, I'm old school. A few years ago there was common terns nesting at Bales, one of the scrapes. I'm hoping they're back this year. I don't remember seeing any last year. Well, I come over a few times, but you never know. Actually, I thought I got eyes on one a little while ago. On a common tern, one of my favourite birds, common terns. Look at that slender wing, beautiful birds. To be honest, it's pretty quiet over here. It's quite... Thameside wasn't that great, bird life. I've seen a pair of buzzards quite high up in the thermals. So. Yeah, it's not... So I don't know, I think the weather has an effect. Maybe on bird life, I don't know. Anyway, just along here you've got this, it's like a little river, creek sort of bed. That's actually quite low. There's a waterfall burrows along there. Can't hear any marsh frogs. Not even a kestrel. All this grassland habitat, you expect to see a kestrel. No, it's really quiet. I've just spoke to a guy, I've seen him before, can't remember his name. He's a birder, he had a scope. He's the guy that got eyes on the stone curlew. And he also said there's flipping hell. A couple of spoonbill. I think he said we're youngsters. And some common terns as well. So hopefully I'll get eyes on the common terns. It'd be nice to get eyes on the spoonbill. Just have a quick look in here. Yeah, we're just talking about Blue Earth Farm. See, there's still water there. The first hide is completely dry. I think the second and the third hide there's still water. So it might be worth taking a trip up there. And also I think it's a green sandpiper as well. Here at Bales Marsh. Right, so this is sort of the main lagoon area. And I've just got eyes on a couple of spoonbill, but they're quite a way off. I've got a couple of shots. That's what they look like when I crop them. So I can have a sit down over here for a little while. There's another little lagoon just over there as well. That's where I managed to get the terns a couple of years ago. Water levels are quite low, but then I think they're low quite all over the place. I know the scrape is over Ewt Thurrock in my local patch, but there's people over there, I think they're birders. There's another viewing spot there which looks quite close to where the spoonbills are, so I'll make my way around there in a bit. Sit down over here for a while and wash my feet. Right, hopefully you can hear me over the wind. I've just lost my receiver. They don't fit very well in the phone, so you have to keep an eye on it all the time, but it's popped out. I've looked on the ground, but they're only cheap, but I'll have to get another one. So hopefully you can hear me over the wind. Right, so this is the area coming up through now where the stone curlew's being seen. I don't know how far it is, but I've just seen another guy. I think he comes from Wallasey, I think. I recognise his face. From Wallasey Island, Rspb. With 2 other guys. I think there's still someone over here. I think this should be a good viewing area for the crossbills. Now, what are they called? Spoonbills. Good area for spoonbills. I'm sure that other guy said there's 2 juveniles as well, but let's go and have a look. Right, that's it. I'm going to head back to the car park now. I've got eyes on the stone curlew through my mate's scope. Steve, he's a local birder, East Tilbury. He was down there. Got a couple of shots spoonbill, distance wise, but quite a lot of heat haze. But I'll put those up in the little gallery for you to look at later in this vlog. It's got really warm there as well. I've just got eyes on the hobby. Got a few shots. It's the first one I've seen this year. They're so quick. They feed on dragonfly, they do. They feed on the wing as well. And they're really quick. Hopefully the shots come out alright. Right, just up by car park now. So yeah, I'm going to call it a day now. I'm going to head home. So I don't know if I'm going to do 2 vlogs or 1 vlog. I might do 2, see how it goes. If it's too long, I'll do 2. Anyway, stay safe, stay sane. Keep enjoying the wonders of nature where you are. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.